He had never known the pull of a pistol to be so heavy before. No, it was not that. He could not do it. He could not shoot a sleeping woman, devil though she was. He could not kill her in her sleep. His nature rose up against it. He placed the pistol on his knee, and as he did so she opened her eyes. He saw the look of wonder gather in them and grow to a stare of agonised terror. Her face became rigid like a dead person's, and her lips opened to scream, but no sound came. She could only point to the pistol. "Make a sound and you are dead," he said fiercely. "Not that it matters, though," he added, as he remembered that the scream must be loud which could be heard in that raging gale. "What are you going to do?" she gasped at last. "What are you going to do with that pistol, and where do you come from?" "I come out of the night," he answered, raising the weapon, "out of the night into which you are going." "You are not going to kill me?" she moaned, turning up her ghastly face. "I can't die. I'm afraid to die. It will hurt, and I've been wicked. Oh, you are not going to kill me, are you?" "Yes, I'm going to kill you," he answered. "I told you months ago that I would kill you if you molested me. You have ruined me now. There is nothing but death left for me, and you shall die too, you fiend." "Oh, no, 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 anything but that. I was drunk when I did it. That man brought me there, and they had taken all my things, and I was starving." And she glanced wildly around the empty carriage to see if help could be found, but there was none. She was alone with her fate. She slipped down upon the floor of the carriage and clasped his knees. Writhing in her terror, there upon the ground, in hoarse accents she begged and prayed for mercy. "You used to kiss me," she said. "You cannot kill a woman you used to kiss years ago. Oh, spare me, spare me." He set his lips and placed the muzzle of the pistol against her head, and at the contact she shivered and her teeth began to chatter. He could not do it. He must let her go and leave her to her fate. After all, she could hurt him no more, for before another sun had set he would be beyond her reach. His pistol hand fell against his side, and he looked down with loathing, not unmixed with pity, at the abject human snake who was writhing at his feet. She caught his eye, and her faculties, sharpened by the imminent peril, read relentment there. For the moment, at any rate, he was softened. If she could master him now while he was off his guard, he was not a very strong man, but the pistol. Slowly, still groaning out supplications, she rose to her feet. "Yes," he said, "be quiet while I think if I can spare you." And he half turned his head away from her, and for a moment nothing was heard but the rush of the gale and the roll of the wheels running over and under bridges. This was her opportunity. All her natural ferocity arose within her, intensified 100 times by the instinct of self-protection. With a sudden blow she struck the pistol from his hand, and it fell upon the floor of the carriage, and then with a frightful yell she sprang like a wild cat straight at his throat. So sudden was the attack that the long lean hands were gripping his windpipe before he knew that it had been made. Back she bore him, though he seized her round the waist. She was the heavier of the two, and crash they went against the carriage door. It gave. Oh God, the worn catch gave. Out together, out with a yell of despair into the night and the raging gale, down together through 60 feet of space into the black river beneath, down together deep into the watery depths, down into the abyss of death. The train rushed on, the wild winds blew, and the night was as the night had been. But there in the black water, though there was never a star to see them, there locked together in death as they had been locked together in life, the fierce glare of hate and terror, yet staring from their glazed eyes, two bodies rolled over and over as they sped silently toward the sea. End of chapter 36.